True crime stories are typically always sad, terrifying, unpleasant, unsettling. Just many emotions come out and just very frightening. You know, a lot of people like to stay up on it to see what's really going on out there in the world. What kind of world are we really living in? What kind of evil is really lurking out there? And some stories like this one we're about to get into right here just are so heartbreaking and just sheer terror on a whole nother level.
Mom and her youngest daughter are killed and a 6-year-old found alive after police say the two girls were abducted from Tangipahoa Parish. And now we're learning new details about the man deputies say is responsible.
Daniel Callahan was arrested in Jackson, Mississippi. That's where the young girl's body was also recovered. We have team coverage for you tonight. We're live in Jackson, Mississippi. But first,
let's check in with WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor in La Ranger. The 3-year-old killed and the sister has been found alive and she is safe. Shay, what's the latest?
Jada and Estella, we're told that 3-year-old Erin Burnett would have actually turned 4 in October. Such a tragic situation. Her body found in a wooded area in Jackson, Mississippi. Now, this man on your screen, that's Daniel Callahan. He was actually the man who police say kidnapped her and her older sister, Jaylee. He left Louisiana and went to Jackson, Mississippi with the two girls. Their mom, Callie Burnett's body. You should see Callie there on your screen. We were actually just able to obtain that photo of her. She was found by her dad this morning at a mobile home on North Cooper in La Ranger. Now, an Amber Alert went out and a search conducted earlier today. We're told an undercover officer spotted Callahan and Jackson. After a short pursuit, he led officials to Jaylee, who was inside of the vehicle, found alive. He then led them to Erin's body. She was found in a wooded area nearby. Police say Callahan and Erin Burnett had dated. According to the Amber Alert, a domestic issue possibly led to this gruesome turn of events. No word yet on Callahan's charges.
Our next step is to interview, see what we can get from him, to tie this case all together and lock him down in it. But also, the thing is to bring this 6-year-old back to her grandparents. She's been through something that most of us hopefully never ever get to experience.
And as you can see, still an active scene here along North Cooper in La Ranger. We're told that the Burnett family is actually on their way to Jackson, Mississippi as we speak to pick up the 6-year-old who is expected to be okay. But such a terrible situation, and I can only imagine how that 6-year-old is feeling right now.
So a whole family just decimated by an evil demon. No other way to really put this. A lot of stuff is still unanswered about this case. As you see, human trafficking is being brought up. There's questions if that's what was going on in this case. The mother, 35-year-old Callie Burnett, dead, was missing for 24 hours. The two young girls, her daughters, one killed, one rescued, found in a wooded area in a car. And the boyfriend that you're seeing pictured who was arrested, they're, naming him as the lead suspect, Daniel Callahan, hasn't been interviewed by police yet, as you heard, but that you just hear the allegations and the evidence and what police are seeing. They're just shocked and frightened. Like, what kind of monster is this guy? What's going on here? Comment, everyone, with your thoughts, or if you've heard about this case and what you think about human trafficking being mentioned here. They're saying that the area in Jackson, Mississippi, which you see, he was in Louisiana where he was dating this girl, and he was wanted in some kind of domestic incident that they're saying, was the death, resulted in the death of the mother. But he kidnapped these two girls, and again, one of them dead, 4 and 6 years old. Absolutely just so sad, man. Everyone, look out for your family. Look out for your loved ones. If you got cousins, sisters, nieces, whoever, nephews, male cousins. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like bad stuff can only happen to females. It can happen to men too. You know what I'm saying? We don't know exactly what happened, but you hear this human trafficking stuff being mentioned, and it's so frightening. You know, is that what you guys think that happened? That the boyfriend was dating this woman and he was some kind of sick. I mean, he obviously is an evil demon, but I'm saying I don't know if he was linked up with some human trafficking people or whatever, and this was all a plot, him dating this girl to carry out these horrible acts, and he was involved in some kind of human trafficking ring or something like that. I don't know. You know what I mean? But when I was saying that, to watch out for your family members, like who they're dating, who's involved in their life, who's lurking around. You know what I'm saying? I know nothing about this case as far as this woman and this boyfriend who is in custody. We'll hear more, I believe, once he's interviewed and the police really start breaking down all the evidence and getting exactly to what the facts are. But obviously, he is a piece of garbage. You know what I mean? I know nothing about their relationship, but I'm just saying we all got to look out for our family members, our friends. And if someone pops up on the scene and something just doesn't seem right, or you have reason to worry, like look into who these people are. We all got to look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't know about this relationship or how long they were together, if this was all some kind of evil plot or what exactly happened, but just hearing something like this just really just moves you in such a negative way. You know, it's just so frightening what exactly happened. But this piece of garbage killed the mom, allegedly, you know, we have to say at this point, but kidnapped those two girls and went across state lines, and one of them is deceased, one of them rescued. A bystander had called in, like I guess a good Samaritan or just someone on the scene called in this guy acting suspiciously. I don't know if they called it in when they saw him right in the wooded area or he pulled in there at what exactly happened. But thank God that that good Samaritan did that, as there was an Amber Alert out and the police got involved, and you heard there was a undercover cop who ended up apprehending this piece of trash after a car pursuit. But again, what just shocking, evil news to hear, and to know that there's people out there who, you know, do these kinds of horrific, demonic things. Let's not mince words here. You know, this is demonry. I've been talking about in my recent videos over the past couple months, you know, not to dump the Bible or, you know, sound preachy or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm a regular individual like anyone else out there, just trying to live and survive and whatnot and thrive in this world and this society and live my best life, and, you know, try and hope that my family can have a great life as well. But times are scary. You know what I'm saying? There's really something going on out here. It's different times we're living in. Good versus evil, spiritual warfare, mental warfare. So everyone just stay focused and stay on point. Real talk. But when it comes to this human trafficking stuff and these evil sacks of ish that are out there, you know, if there's big groups of them operating, corresponding or whatever, you know, I can only hope with technology that whoever the good guys are out there can use technology to shut this ish down and lock all these demons up. You know, that's why I'm paying close attention to this case. Know where you're at geographically, where you're from. You know, if this kind of stuff goes down, you know, do research. Seriously, look out for your loved ones, your friends, your family, and let me know your thoughts about this case and, you know, what you think across the board about all of this. I got another clip I'm going to share with you guys in closing with this video. Stay tuned for that in a moment. But you see a lot of people reacting, saying prayers out to the family, and some people are criticizing the parents. Again, I don't know much about this case as far as the mother who's now deceased. Rest in peace to her. You know, some people it seems, are calling her out as if she was a bad mother. I mean, she's dead. She's been killed. She's been murdered. You know, it seems like some people are questioning if she was just out looking for some guy and, you know, let her guard down and wasn't being a good enough mom or whatever. I see some people getting political with this, quoting stats from 2018 about if this is a foreigner or not, and if this is a situation of open borders and whatnot. And I mean, listen, the political stuff, I talk about it all the time on this channel. I think things get revved up in a political way on a different level or whatever. You know, we're talking about human beings here. And I don't know, that doesn't seem to be that the boyfriend is someone that came from a foreign country and, you know, had a criminal record before, and how and why did he end up here, and was he able to commit these horrific acts on United States soil? I don't know. Again, with a lot of this stuff, we gotta file the case throughout and, you know, get to the bottom of all the pertinent information and find out exactly what happened. But regardless, this is a tragedy. A family struck by tragedy, a dead mother, a dead little girl, a rescued little girl who's traumatized for life. You know, there's mentions of the grandparents, her being united with the grandparents. I know I believe her father was involved, as well as there was a talk, you know, in these reports indicating that the father had called in the kids being missing. And I believe the mother as well. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't know. This is just ultimately terrifying news. Be safe, everyone. Be focused. Again, jump in the comments. Let's talk about this. We got to be aware of the evil that is out there. I want to hear everyone's thoughts. Again, stay focused and watch for the demons that are lurking all over. It truly is scary and frightening time. So subscribe to the channel, jump in the comments, stay tuned for updates, and I'm gonna leave you with that clip in conclusion. Catch you on the next video. It's Coffee signing out. Peace and God bless. Be safe, y'all.
Yeah, heartbreaking scene all around. Shay, thanks. And let's check in now with WDS reporter Jonah Gilmore, who is also in La Ranger.
And Jonah, you are hearing from members of the community that's just been rocked by this tragedy.
Yeah, Gina, Sulla, exactly. Rocked by this tragedy. Since I've been here, several people have been driving through the area, just getting a look at the home. One neighbor telling me this is heartbreaking, saying they never expected to hear about any tragedy like this happening in their community. Now, people here in La Ranger say this tragic incident has sent shockwaves through the community. They say it was hard to hear about the mother's death and an Amber Alert, and now it's even more tragic learning of a child losing her life. They're told this community is small and close-knit, but people saying they knew the family. We spoke to one man who says this is hard to process, and we're also hearing from the sheriff who says the community needs to come together for the surviving child.
It was very shocking. When I got the alert, sometimes I don't really pay too much attention, but when I saw Cooper Road and it was so close, it was kind of jarring.
There's no question from a psychological standpoint, she is going to be harmed, and that's why I want everyone to keep her in your thoughts and prayers.
Now, the sheriff confirming to us that the family is on their way to Jackson, Mississippi to pick up that surviving child, telling us his department personally is driving the family to Jackson. We're live in La Ranger this afternoon. Jonah Gilmore, WDSU News.
So sad and tragic here, this developing story affecting Tangipahoa Parish and even Jackson, Mississippi.
In just a few minutes, we will hear from our sister station in Jackson, Mississippi, WAPT, about that crime scene.